Hey all, hope you're well. And today we're going to be in the Kitfox. Hopefully you can hear me. I've kind of rejigged my setup a little bit, so because I've got my maps on. I normally have my maps on my left-hand screen, but my microphone gets in the way. So I've moved them onto my right-hand screen, and now I've moved all my sim streamy stuff onto my left-hand screen. So today what we're going to look at, we're going to be doing, as you can see, we're bobbling up and down again. We're going to do some VR, we're going to do some Kitfox, and we're also going to do, I'm going to show you my completed repaint. You'll see the inside very soon, obviously. But we're going to do some Skypark, and we haven't done Skypark for a long time, and I've not done it in VR, so I will have to swap in and out of like taking my headset up a little bit just to organise contracts and stuff. So I can actually take this fully off and it'll go black, right? Which is good for you guys because it means it won't be jiggering around. I'm just cleaning the lens, that's why that's coming back on. So what we're going to look at is what I was just scoping out. So if you're not familiar with the Skypark, it's this lovely app here, and if I go back to the beginning, right, that's not going to work, right. So what you got is you basically earn money by doing flights, right, and you can do filter stuff, you can move to locations but it charges you money, and you can get contracts. So if I clear that, you get all these contracts and you can fly what you want, and if there isn't a contract that you want to do, you can make one, right? So the one that I really wanted to do, now the problem is when you're in a location, so currently I'm at KBVS, right, and if I was to fast travel, it would charge me some money, right? But I kind of really want to do this grasshopper bush flight, right, from there to there. It looks really fun. However, there would be a charge, and I was just kind of trying to figure out whether I can go like fly from KBVS to 14WA, but it won't let me. It won't register that I'm there, so I might just fast travel to there, and then we'll do that flight, and we'll see. It's going to take a while to do the flight, but it should be fun. So it's all set up. I'm guessing. Let's have a look at the details. So we have got some charges, and the problem is, it says here, and this is what's confusing, right? So it says here that relocation is $4, right? And then you get a discount, so it's $3. But actually, and it says, you're going to get paid $260 for the contract. You're going to pay your fees, and then you get profits of $257. But every time I've done this, it's charged me $250 for Bob's services or something. I don't even know what Bob's service is, and it's confusing. So I was like, where's that coming from? So I'm going to do this actually. I'm going to see if it charges me the $250 for Bob's services. So let's begin this contract. Right, first of all, let's see if this works. And it didn't. Oh, that's interesting. Is that not working? Oh, that's interesting. My little nav map button doesn't want to work, so I'm not gonna use little nav map today. But what I'll use little nav map for, I don't know why that's not working. That's strange. I wonder if I'd manually do it. Let me just change this because I think, yeah, it's changed the window. So let me just change that back. There we go. That'll do. That'll do us. Because what I want to do is, in order to like plan my route a little bit, I'll use little nav maps. So sometimes when you're on a contract, it won't let you. It like on here, it won't let you. You can't see unused airports, and sometimes you want to go to just a quick hop So I'm gonna skip over that anyway, so don't worry about that. Let's get little nav map off. Let me just see if my... There we go, that works, right. So we're going to go from 14 WA to WN08. Now it's going to be... Right, and the problem is I've loaded in to where I'm meant to be, so... Let me just return to the main menu and we'll fly. So it's going to be a bit... We'll take it from... Let's get to the main menu, we'll go back and we'll start again. We'll fast travel, we'll begin that contract. Right. Let's go. Oh, there's the complete repaint that I was talking about. Right. That is not where I'm gonna be. So I need to maybe Livingston. I'm sure it started at Livingston. The interesting thing here is I couldn't figure out where the hell. See how that looks like a runway? When I flew over that, I couldn't find this runway. So we'll just load in there. I've just got to get the arrival one. So let me just double check this. WN. Just double check that. All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to jump in here, click begin, and we're going to go WN08. Right. This is where it's a bit fiddly, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Kendall. And I've never flown here, so it's going to be very interesting. We're going to do clear skies because I like it clear. And we'll fly. So let's just click straight in. Now I've got to do some little bits and bobs on the Skypark app, but once I've clicked begin and we're on the move, we won't have to touch that again for a little while, and we'll enjoy the flight. That's the plan. I've got the chat here, so if you need to chat, that's where. Feel free to drop in, say hello. Especially in cruise, it gets boring in cruise, so come on. Now normally I warm my headset up a little bit before I jump in on my stream, but I haven't had a chance to do that today. So right, so this is where we're meant to be. Please let me know if you can't see anything or if something's in the way. I can't move the chat unfortunately because I've pinned it, but as you can see, I've updated the cockpit. I've got my UKJim sign there. I've moved the Kitfox down to here. One of the other things I've modified is the seating. So I've got blue Kitfox with brown trim on the white and the grey. Looks pretty cool. Right, so let me just jump up here a minute, and then we'll. A lot of tabbing going on, but so let's see. Let's view the fees. So that is the same, yeah. So pay and fly.
Well, hello there. It's Brian with Clear
Ready
Sky.
to go.
They
so we're
say
going
the
to deliver
grass
steel
isn't always
screws,
greener on the other
right?
side, and I'm calling to tell you that it's true.
So
I hope you left the fancy plane at home, because you'll need a real workhorse
and while
for
that's
this
loading
contract.
that, I'm just going to have a look at my
bumpy
holdings,
landings
right?
considering the conditions
So
of
actually,
some
that
of these
did just
airstrips,
do
but no excuses. Get the delivery there in
where
one
before
piece.
I was
Oh, by the
testing
way,
this.
if you enjoy this grasshopper contract, there are more available worldwide. So check contracts. Talk again soon. See ya.
So now it's just a case of flying to this this airstrip. So we'll click in, and we've got to start the plane and stuff, but we're ready to go. So let me just give my lenses just one more wipe, and then that should be good. Yeah, that's much better. There we go. Headphones. Get the old get the cans out. that's good. So now we can start our flight. So, oh, 1 minute. There we go, that's better. Right, so that's working. That's all working. Rudder pedals, perfect. Right. Fuel on. Starter on. Crack the throttle. I like to put nav lights on. Fuel pumps. Lane A, lane B. Master. Let the fuel pump kick in a little bit. Give it a start. So that's both extinguished, so that means we can click that on. Nice. Right, let me just... Right, so... kind of already on... I think we're already on the runway. Well, no, we're not on the runway, we're on the parking, but as you can see, I can't actually see where the runway is, so I'm just going to put my wigwams on. Wigwag, sorry. I call it wigwam, but it's not, it's wigwag. Wigwag on. Strobe on. We don't need internal lighting. Fuel, we could do with more fuel, so we should have topped up beforehand, but let's just top up now. So I'm going to go 100. Right. Now I'm not using the Sky for Sim pad tonight because it's a bit much. Let's just check the flaps. Yeah, on that side. Perfect. Right, so we have a plan and we are ready to go. So I'm not sure where the runway is. So the parking was around about here, but can you see this? We can literally just take off anywhere, I think. So I'm just going to take off from here. A little bit of yaw to the left. And up we go. Right. And we've literally got to go in the opposite direction. So just hey Phil, hope you're well, mate. Just a word of advice as well. So what I noticed even in non-VR, I noticed that when the trees overlap the water, there's some artifacts, like it's almost like the tree had outlines of white, and to me, like, it was horrible. It was, yeah, but in non-VR, you couldn't really, you could make it out, but it wouldn't ruin the experience, you know. But in VR, it kind of made it even worse. The white around the trees was huge, and it was just too much for me. I was just like, do you know what, that's horrible. And I found out that it was actually one of the settings in the sim, and that would turn that on and off, and it was ray marched reflections or something. Now, ray marched reflections are lovely when you've got them on, because it reflects like things like trees and the clouds a bit more. It gives the water a lot more reflection. However, it was a complete showstopper for me. Right, so we're probably going to go up to probably about 1,000. Well, we'll go as low as we can, and then we'll just follow it. We'll follow it through. How you been, Phil? You been good? So here we go. So we're kind of we'll hover around 1,500. We'll turn the fuel. We don't need the start one. I should have turned it off earlier. Turn the fuel pumps off. Everything else is good to go. Some lovely scenery to look at. And now we've literally just got to head over that way. Now we can use the autopilot, of course. It's going to be really interesting to see what this airstrip at Kendal is going to be like. Because I've never loaded up into Kendal, so I don't even know. I don't have a clue. I know it's a grass runway, which I struggle with anyway. Most of the time, I struggle with grass because you can't make them out whether because some of the farm strips they actually are a runway, but it looks like a farmer's field, and you can't work out that that's actually a grass strip. The one thing I was going to do, sorry for looking away like that, but I just wanted to have a look at, get my joy pad if I can. Oops. Just move that slightly. So I'm trying to do stuff looking through a little hole underneath my nose. Right, I'm going to put the autopilot on for the moment. Get up to, whoops. And then what we'll do is we'll put on nav. And there's a reason for this, by the way. I'm just autopilot. Right, so that's fine. Okay. So now we're on the autopilot, which I don't normally use, by the way, but I'm gonna, just because I want to show you the outside of the plane. So that was the inside. So we've got the UKJim Kitfox. We've got the new seats. On the outside, this is what it looks like. So, a little bit bouncy, but so you've got the blue nose cone spinner. You've got the white tyres, like the white text on the tyres. The usual GZAC repaint. I've kept some of the decals as well. So Fox 2 and the powered by Rotax. GZAC. And we've got the Kitfox with the Union flag because I'm British and that's the way it is. And then coming over from the van the other side, it's a bit wobbly there, so excuse me. We've got the GZAC under the wing. So yeah, so I'm really proud of it. But I just wanted to come in actually to show you. So look at these shock absorbers, right? Absolutely brilliant. Like in terms of texturing, oh sorry about that. In terms of like texturing, the little bolts. I mean, everything looks really absolutely fantastic. You know, look at all that on the tyre with the brakes, right? And then you've got this bad boy. I'll try and do this nice and slow, but yeah, look at this. Right now, if you own this plane, right, when you're on the floor, have a look. Just have a look at the mechanism when you're taxiing, because it's absolutely brilliant. It's superb. Lovely bit of modelling. And there we go. So let's get back on board. Let's just move my joy pad over there somewhere. Let's turn the autopilot off because we don't want that on. Autopilot off. Right, there we go. Now the one thing I don't know how to do is reset that warning. I cannot reset that warning at all. But so that'll just flash there until we get there. But so here we go. So we're just trotting around. Lots of farmland in this little area. I'm hoping I can finish this contract. So yes, I don't know what the Bob service is, and if anyone's familiar with the Skypark, you know, let me know, because I can kind of get the oceanic air, and I think the Bob services is if your plane has to be flown by a separate person, for instance, pretending to be a separate person from one place to another. But I've just skipped over from one place to another, and I've not had to pay Bob. So I'm curious to know what the rules are for that. But either way, for little runners, you know, it's all right. I don't know where that is over there, but we'll just keep heading our way. So this is going to be a bit different because obviously we're kind of doing some bush flying, and then when we get there, we're going to have to go somewhere else to relocate, and we can create a contract. But the contracts have to be longer than a certain distance, I think. Otherwise, they don't register, and you don't get paid for you don't get paid a lot in terms of custom contracts. So we'll see what's available when we get there, and maybe do another trip. But for now, we'll just enjoy this flight. This kind of just looking out the window. It's, we've not got real world weather, because I don't think the real world weather at the moment is fantastic in this area. So I kind of wanted to have people so that we can see what we're looking. We can look at stuff basically, not just sit there and do nothing. But it's quite fun when you do a big bank like that in VR. Yeah. It's good fun. Now, obviously, I've done loop-the-loops and corkscrews in like the Spitfire and other planes, but I'm kind of wanting to do almost like a barrel roll, or yeah, do like a barrel roll or a victory roll in this thing. It would be pretty cool. So we've got the stage 2 tuning, engine tuning. So what that means is we can go faster. So our cruise speed is probably about 120, I reckon. And the climb performance of this thing is just a beast. So, but in the default, in the Trent Palmer's Freedom Fox, Kitfox, I think that one, I don't think that's got an upgrade, but so I think down that valley down there, I think concrete is down there. You know, where we normally go. I think concrete's down there, and I do like concrete. So it might be that once we've done this trip, we might do a trip over to concrete, because I'm sure that's just down that valley down there. Look at that, it's like a quarry that's been like filled with a bit of water. So I'm kind of just heading towards this big fat mountain. I might go around it to the right instead, and actually we can get to the left. It makes more sense to go to the left. Looking at the map on there. Unless that's not the mountain that we're looking at the moment. What I find, it zooms in really far. Let's go there. So actually, this one here is that really dark yellow. So I think actually potentially we should actually go to the right rather than to the left. Looking at that. All good fun. So we're cruising. No, it's good. I like this. This is my favourite plane at the moment. I'm literally living in it. It's not because it's got like a load of features or anything like that. It really hasn't, and you know, I think it could have a bit more work done to it. But in terms of just how it looks, how it handles, it's nice, low and slow kind of style. Right up my street. So. Neat little river down there. Yeah, so we'll follow this valley and we'll go up this way. It's quite a trek. So if I just zoom in, one of the features that I saw from Microsoft as well is when you're in VR, you can right click the mouse Now this is going to freak you out and it's going to make me feel sick, but it does it a little bit too much for my liking. But watch this. So you can zoom right in, and then you can go, oh look, distance 20 nautical miles, 10 minutes. But that's 10 minutes if I was to do a straight line flight, right? It's good for things like when you want to just look over there and go, oh yeah, I see that. You know, or if you want to try and do some of the autopilot stuff, but it's a bit too in your face. It's a bit too much. I don't know what controls that, so I might have a little click around and see if I can reduce that zoom, but we'll see. We've got some farmland down here, going through these valleys. So this is why I chose this place. I actually moved, I relocated my Skypark to the UK, and it cost me $1,000 to move. But I did a few trips, and I thought, well, this is a bit boring actually, because it just gets a bit like, there's no terrain in the UK really, it's just flat. So I chose to relocate it back out here, which I've done. Just because it's a bit more challenging. It's got like the mountains, there's bush flights, you know, there's some crazy grass strips all over the shop. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know where I'm going to go once I get up to the top of this valley, but in theory we could go. I'm going to follow the green until we run out of green, and then what we'll do is we'll have to go over the mountain or something. Sorry for moving my head like that, because I just wanted to check if it was stuttering or not on the stream. But so if it's stuttering on the stream, please let me know, and I'll see if I can do anything. I love seeing like the houses that are just in the middle of absolutely nowhere, and there are houses there, you know. But just like really remote roads that are just one road that just goes like in the middle of nowhere. I suppose you've got to get stuff to shops and stuff, haven't you? So we're going to follow this. I don't have a clue where we're going, but we're going to follow it. It's going to take a while. Currently it's going to take us 7 minutes to get to where we want to be. I'm not sure how that valley pans out, so let me just see if I can go a bit further out. So actually, you can actually drag the map, but so if we go round to the right, we should be able to get there, in theory. This is where it gets a little bit funny now, so I'm gonna have to zoom in. Fine again. Whoa! I didn't mean to click that. There we go. Right. We're going to the mountain, people. Right, here we go. So we got a nice little river. Look at this. This river's beautiful. And I do wonder if this river is going to take us all the way up. That's the only thing about VR that I kind of don't like as well, is you can't just grab a drink and just go whoop, because you can spill it everywhere. You can't see where you're going. The only other thing I could do is maybe attach something to my head, like a straw. So I've never flown up here before, so it's actually interesting to get a little bit of different scenery. And it'll be the calm before the storm, because sometimes the grass runways, they've been cut so you can kind of see where the runway is, but sometimes it'll be like that field down there and you just be like, what is that, the runway? And if you don't go on the runway properly, then Skypark will probably not let you unload your gear, so we'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine. and then we'll have to choose a way to go from there somewhere else, and that's where I'm going to use. We could probably go to concrete. Concrete might be a good one to go to. But we'll come back this way if we get to concrete. I mean, we could look at going, say, you know, like more around that side. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness. Oh, pressed the wrong mouse button, by the way. So we could go round here somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure concrete is there. Davington's there. I don't know why it hasn't got a. Why they're not marked on the map, because they should be. Now, the one thing I'm curious for is I'd love to just go around there just to see what that let me just tweak this, because that's going to be beeping at me otherwise. There we go. Let's just do that. Just to see what that runway looks like down there. I think it's that dirt one. Look, let's have a look. Let's go this way, and we'll kind of just do a loop. So it's literally on the right hand side of the river. So I think we've got to go up there, but I just wanted to have a little venture off down here. As you can see, down here there's meant to be a runway, or an airstrip, and I can't see one. See a baseball field, that's about it. Unless it's a bit further down, I'm not sure. There's football fields, running tracks, baseball, soccer, football. It's because I'm flying in America. I like to call it soccer because I'm in America. Right, so I honestly can't see a runway down there. So that's a farmer's field. It could be just that bit of grass there with the building on it. Not quite there yet though. So yeah, it could be that. It could be this here. Can you see that down there? That could be the runway, but you see how it's not obvious with these farmers ones. It's just really not obvious at all. So I'm gonna have to go back because I think it's that bit of grass there probably. Have a bit of fun coming down low. Let's go down low. It's very weird. It could be that over there. I mean, it's not obvious, you know. It's not obvious. Well, we're gonna just scoop up a little bit, and this is what worries me about the one that we're actually going to, because once again, if it's not obvious, it's going to be a bit of a challenge landing. So I'm hoping that it is obvious. That's why I like doing hard runways, because you know. But this plane is so good, you know. You want to do the grass runways, you know. So let's kind of gone nice and high again now. So on the way back we're going to get the glare of that sun, look, which is not fun, but yo, right, so back the way we come. The other place where I want to fly this Kitfox is over in Papua New Guinea, and the Kokoda track. Now I've done it several times with several planes, and it's so fun. It is really fun, a fun place to fly, especially in like these bush planes. And this thing has such good like climb capabilities, and also short takeoff and short landing capabilities. I'm rubbish at landing, but so I can't do it in short distance too much, but the takeoff's pretty fast, and you can take off like really short distance in with no trouble. And that's kind of what you need with the Kokoda. But I took the Twin Otter there, and the Twin Otter's currently being previewed on a different stream, and I shouldn't really advertise that, but Twin Otter is an absolute fabulous plane in FSX and P3D. I'm hoping that they have retained the kind of the goodness, because that plane is fantastic. I don't know if I'm going to get it just yet. Cause I'm enjoying the Fox. I think I've got to reset my VR view a little bit. No, I'm alright. I'm good. Right, so kind of covered up there to where it should be, and this is where it gets interesting. So we are facing the right way. I like to go high just to scam out the area, and then once we've found the runway, we'll go and land it. But I think that should be enough height at the moment, because it's not going to be on top of these these bits here. So we're getting really close. And I hope it's not that dirt patch down there. No, my luck, it bloody well is. I honestly can't see it. Not yet, anyway. It could be on the dirt bank down there. It could be on the water down by the water, because at the minute we're on top of it, and there's nothing really around here that says land other than that dirt. So let's try and just do a bit of a scope. So I honestly can't see that. And down there, can I? So apparently it's right on my left wing. Oh, it's at it. I wonder if that bit of grass is meant to be it. I bet you any money it is. Right, let's slow right down. And let's turn all the way around. I do wonder if it's here. Bet it bloody is. No! Ah, so bad. But what we might be able to do, we might be able to do it. We might be able to do the drop off. Yep. Right, let me just see if I can do the drop off. Right. So we've crashed, but we might be able to do it. Right, let me see. Let me see. Ah, no, we can't drop off. So it's meant to look. It's meant to look like that. So annoying. Um, just having a look at the little nav map, right? Kendall. That's where we was going, wasn't it? Kendall. There's, you know, it's next to a road. We went from down here. Oops, sorry guys. Skipping around here. So we went up here. Sure, we went up here. Let's just keep. I'm going to keep that like that, and then honestly can't. Oh, that's if you can report a problem, but I can't. I can't find that. Right. So let me have a look at something. Right, because I've ruined the plane, but not anywhere. It's going to be interesting. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this now that I've crashed. Because I can't. I don't know how to reset the plane. So that's going to be interesting. Right. God. Right. Gotta be a way to reset. Gotta be a way to reset the plane. Right. So can we start it? No. We're completely ruined. So I honestly don't know. Other than reloading. Right. Let's have a look because we almost did it. I'm gonna have to quit to the main menu and see what happens. And see what happens to this. Right. So we quit to the main menu. Let's have a look at this. So this is going to say go to the circle. Anywhere around there, WN08. So it's going to detect that I'm there. Okay, so what I can do, I can try and go to WN08. And then we'll see if we can land somewhere, right? rather than wasting it. Oh, I've got to type it in, boys and girls. Well, give me a second. WN, is that WN? 08. Right, that's okay. Right. Let's load Kendall. Let's see what happens where we are. Right. So we was there, and my joypad is causing some drift, which is not good. So I think that we landed here. Oh, I've got a funny feeling. No, we couldn't have because of that. Maybe we landed there. This is going to be interesting because I'm just going to load in. And there's no parking or anything. I'm just going to load in. And then resume. And then see what happens. And then we'll just do a nice flight somewhere down from there. Now the interesting thing is that if I resume this, is that when Bob has to come out and go, oh, you know? So was we at the right place? That's the question. And the only way we can find that out is going to the old drone mode. So no, there is actually a runway here. So that looks like a runway. Where the hell did we get to? So we were more over that way. I don't even remember any of this. You know? I don't remember any of this. I think we... I honestly don't have a clue. I don't have a clue where we got to. But we got to reset the... we've got to reset the drone cam now and take off. We need to get a contract. If we can complete the contract, I'll have a look. Go back to my plane. And the drone. Oh, it makes you feel rough when you get close to the ground. Alright. So, let me just have a look. First things first. Let me just close this off for a minute. And let's have a look at that. Now we can resume. And we can deliver. So we're going to deliver. And then we're going to look for a contract out of this place. And if we can't get a contract out of this place, we'll do a custom one. And we'll go custom somewhere else. But yeah. And I actually want to change the time because... Oh no, I'll leave the time for now. So that's good because we've got some money. So that's good. That's that. So okay, so that's actually worked okay. Funny enough. Right. Let's go back to home contracts. We are currently at WN08. I don't think there's going to be one there. That one. But that is... Oh, that's quite far. That's very far. How long have we got? I mean, I could go on a mission and go that way, but that's really far. I don't particularly want to go that far because I want to stay around by Darrington and stuff. So let's go from there to I can't remember what the 3W5. Yeah, 3W5. So we can do that, but we'll have to come round down the valley and then round. So we'll go that way. Yeah, we'll do that. That'd be good. Plane's already going, so we're good to go in a minute. Go for a big long flight. Well, 30 nautical miles. UKJim. Right, so we're definitely going to concrete, which is good. We know where we're going for that. Right, let's get back in. Moved my, keep moving my my cable. There we go. Fixed it. Right, let's just recenter my VR. That's okay. Flaps. I don't want. I suppose no. Let's not do the flaps. Don't need flaps. That's all good. Probably don't need cabin light just yet. Fuel pumps on. Everything else is good. We do need to set this in though, so where we're going to end up going. We'll zoom that out a little bit. That'll do. Right, so let's head out. Got some crazy climb performance, but I still don't know where I actually landed, so that's interesting, isn't it? I kind of want to do a little lap. Let's just do a little circle. Just to see where we were. So we followed the river, but I don't remember seeing any of this. Maybe we went too far up. So there's the runway down there. I would never have... yeah, we went too far up. I think. That house down there's got a swimming pool. Look at that. So we landed there. And that was too far forward. Actually, we needed to land just there, which, can you see that you wouldn't even have known that that's an airport, but that's a runway. That's mad. Cool. At least we know now. At least we know. I just got a text message, so I'm gonna probably put the autopilot on, but I'll have to just have a little sneak if I can see it through my nose. We'll do that. Let's just have a look. Right. I've just had a message, so I might have to cut the stream short tonight, guys. I'm ever so sorry, something's just cropped up. We'll see how long this is taking me. So 15 minutes. Okay, we'll do this 15-minute flight, and then I might have to call it a night, unfortunately. That valley down there, that's so cool. I love just looking at the views and stuff. It's we're going to follow this. I don't know if we need to go to the right or to the left. Oh, we'll go to the right. Okay. So we'll follow this, and then there's this massive mountain in front of us. Text through my nose here, right? Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Something has cropped up, and I'm going to have to finish this flight, and then hopefully, well, then I'll have to just come off. If I weren't doing that bloody contract, I would just quit straight away, but unfortunately I'm halfway through the contract, so I'm just going to finish it. It shouldn't take me 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We'll get to have a look at this lovely valley again. Let's just trim down a touch because we keep climbing with the old nose there. Hey, oh, just clicked a button, but I can't. Luckily, that button doesn't do anything. Oh, this is such a cool plane. The barrel roll is imminent. I really want to, but I can't because I'm on that contract. I really want to do a barrel roll. I don't even know whether this thing is capable. I'll probably have to go up a good 3,000 or 4,000 feet just in case I lose a lot of altitude on the roll. But saying that, I mean it's very like responsive, so it's very much like the default planes that in terms of handling, so you can, when you turn, it's very clean. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like you stop turning, you stop turning. You know, I can't honestly remember if that is how it is in a real plane. I honestly can't remember. I know the faster you go, the more responsive your turning is. So when you start almost going to stall speed, when you turn, it's like you're kind of it's kind of like you're wallowing rather than turning, which is a weird feeling, which has not been replicated in any sim that I've flown in. But now I need to figure out where I'm going, so let's zoom out a touch more. Okay, so we don't want to come down this one, we want to go to the right again and then do a left. We might be able to get away with going down there. I think we will. We probably would, actually. So let's get to the left and then get to the... right, so let's keep going straight down here. It's probably not the safest. We've got water, but we don't want to follow the water, do we? So well, let's carry on. Should be playing it safe and going that way, but instead I'm choosing that we go this way. Let's go this way. So we'll keep the height just in case we do need to get out of danger, but just the silhouette of that mountain is pretty cool. There's like a little field down there. It's not a runway or anything, but I'd love to go down and just land this and then just do some camping. Do some role play camping. So that when we get to concrete, that's where we'll park up. Now we won't park in their usual spots. We'll probably park just next to the runway, and we'll pitch our tent, and we'll do some camping at concrete. So I'm hoping that we can just continue straight. I'm hoping that we can just nip over and then go down to concrete. Apparently we've got 8 minutes left. It does look like we can just go over that little gap there, I think. I do think that's where we're going to end up going, and I'm hoping that silhouette of the mountain over there is either a cloud or it's the mountain on the other side of the valley, which I think it could just well be. Nice rock formation-y work there with the paths all up over these mountains. There's just all these paths, you know. Must be such a lovely place to walk and live. And see that little dirt up there, look. That would be pretty cool just to go and land on. If I wasn't doing a contract, I'd do this, you know. See where I can land. So let's continue to head straight. This is where the water's going to head off to the left, but we want to kind of just go straight on over this hill. I mean, there might not even be walks, it might just be where the water runs off, but I don't know, it looks like walks. And there's little bridges and stuff down there. I love just looking out the window like that, it's so cool. So this is where, there we go, so we can actually see the river that we need to follow up to concrete. And I always get lost. Like Darrington's really easy, so when you get to Darrington Municipal, it's really easy to find because there's a massive mountain. At the base of the mountain there's Darrington. Job done. Concrete though, always a little bit tricky. Like I always end up either realising where it is too late, or just completely missing it altogether and not being able to find it. But we'll see. Right, let's cut the corner, because we're high enough to cut the corner, and I've got to kind of speed things up a little bit. So 5 minutes until we are at concrete. Now just down the way there is Israel's farm, which is over that way, and that's another place where I'd like to land, but not on a contract. And let me just lean back a little bit. So, I'll figure out what the range is on that bloody thing, but. Getting there, right? So that big mound in front of us, I think concrete is just past that. So we'll just start going lower, actually, just a little bit. Start descending. This has been really fun again, and I know this is only going to be a shorter stream, but it has been really good. Just flying in these mountains and doing the contracts. I know we did crash, but that's because the bloody runway wasn't a runway. Silly bee. So I might do some contracts again at some point, and we'll do some hard runways for the fun, just to. I mean, saying that, the grass runways, it's good when you're trying to spot them. That's cool. The sun is shining. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Where are you? So this is where I think there might be a delay on this slightly. So you're kind of on top of the airport before you're actually at the air. You know, if you're kind of on top of the airport when you look at the map, and then you're not, and it's just like, what's going on? So now I don't normally approach concrete from this direction, so I'm not sure whether this is the right way, the right concrete, the right mound, sorry, that I talk about. But I think just after this, just behind this mound, I'm sure concrete's there. I know it's on the map, but it looks like we're miles away on the map, but actually it's not that far away from this big mound. We'll actually go over the mound. Concrete has a big concrete has a big concrete tower, because I've got some scenery for it, and that's quite a good visual reference point to find. But so see like buildings and stuff as well. Come on, chop chop. Got things to do. Right, let's just I think I can see a runway. So I think I can see a runway. So I need to slow down. Look like that. We'll head down. So it was the mound. I think I can definitely see the runway now. buildings look nothing like the buildings that I remember from the add-on, but 1 minute. Yeah, so that is the oh yeah, because I can see the concrete tower now. So that is concrete. I love like the green and blue like water. It looks really cool. Go. So this is that big mound. When you come in from this side, you don't have to be so close. You could probably be a bit higher and drop in quite last minute, but I'm kind of just rushing in at the minute. And I'm going to slow down at the last minute so I can land. I don't know if you can see out the window there. That's the concrete tower that I was on about. Start slowing down now. So this is the river. There's a bridge that I really want to go under. I really want to go under that bridge one day. Alright, slow down. A bit more. Get the flaps going. Probably don't need flaps, but do the flaps. So we're gonna park further down the runway rather than going to any of the parking spots. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, that was a rough landing, but we get to walk away. Jeez. I cocked up at the last minute. Right, so we're going to just go on this grass bit down here so that we can then park up and do some camping. So flaps up. Right, so I think this grass verge bit down here is where we've got permission to pitch our tent. So we can just park it up round here. Okay. Stop here. Let's shut this down. Right, so first of all, fuel pump off, turn all the lights off because we don't want the lights on. Turn the avionics off, turn the fuel off. Right. Lane A, lane B, master. And that's that. So then we can twiddle around here. But that. And there we go. We've pitched the tent. So just to have a little look at what we look like when we've pitched the tent. There's grass in my tent, but there we go. I wanted to know what this sign says. Keep off the grass. But there we go. Right. So I'm in a bit of a rush now, so I'm going to just take these off. And then I'm going to... cable hooked around my ear. Right, so let's have a look at the... have a look at the contract, so we can deliver that. And then we're at concrete, which is pretty cool. And then we're going to call it a day, unfortunately, guys. But I probably would have done one more flight, but unfortunately I really have got to go. So that's it. Lots of money there, which is good. We'll clear that. Right. Got lots of money in the bank. Yay. Money in the bank. And then that. Cool. So thanks for everyone that's joined, and thanks for watching. If you're catching up on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and catch me on Twitch live. If you're catching up on Twitch, set a notification and come and have a chat. Other than that, have a great evening, have a great week. See you next Monday. See you all.